Hello and welcome back to Firestorm Games. You're joining us for another episode of the Hobby Table, where we'll be showing you how to quickly and easily paint Cold War era Soviet tanks from Team Yankee and Tanks the Modern Age. And we'll be using the Citadel range of paints to do so. Start things off with a primer. I've chosen a black spray primer for this, but the way you prime is entirely your choice. I've opted to use a black as it can help create the effect of shading should I miss painting any deep nooks and crannies. To give us a good base coat for the dark olive colour of the tank, I'll be using a base coat of Castellan Green. Mix in a little water with your paint to thin down the mixture and apply this paint over the entire vehicle. You may find that you need to apply a couple of layers to get a good even coverage of paint. Next, we want to pick out the edges and details of the green armour. To do this, we'll be using a dry brush of Deathworld Forest. To dry brush, dip a larger brush into the paint and wipe away the excess onto a piece of paper. Then lightly drag this brush across the model's surface. The paint will gather on the raised parts of the model, helping add shading and bring out the details. For the tracks, apply a base coat of Dryad Bark. The brown paint we're using here will create the effect of muddy tracks. You can also use this paint for the fabric mantle cover where the barrel meets the turret and the wooden log stored at the rear of the tank. For the extra details such as stowage items, the rubber trim of the road wheels and the pintle mounted machine gun, apply a base coat of Abaddon Black. Finally, to further add some depth and shading into the miniature, give the whole thing a wash using Agrax Earthshade. Mixing in a little water here can help to improve the flow of the wash across the surface of the tank. This wash will flow into all of those recesses, helping to create the effect of shading and improving the level of detail. It will also add a slightly brownish tinge to some of the areas to help create the effect of mud and dust which is accumulated on the tank's surface. And here we have the finished T64. As you can see, it was a very quick and easy tutorial designed to get your miniatures painted and onto the gaming table in no time at all. Whilst we focused on the T64 miniature, you can easily apply this technique to other Soviet vehicles. If you enjoyed this quick guide on painting your Soviet tanks, then please do let us know in the comments below, along with your suggestions for future tutorials. You can find this miniature and all of the paints used in this video on the Firestorm Games webstore for at least 10% off the RRP, and you can find a link to the site in the description below. And so, we just want to finish off by saying a big thank you for watching this video, and we hope to see you again on Firestorm Games.